Good evening and welcome to live coverage of the Welsh Open between Cheyenne Deldar and Wimderuta. The score is 2-1, first to four. Wimderuta on the table, trailing by one frame, playing against a new player, Cheyenne Deldar, who's obviously accomplished and ready to step into the business end of OSC tournament straight away. It's already beaten Tim Porter 4-0. And that will tell you how good a player this new addition to the tour is from Germany. And Wimderuta has a massive task on his hands. Just lost position there on O'Connor, and now has to make a decision about going for that black, which he did. Wasn't successful. He's left a red on here into the bottom middle. Very good shot there by Cheyenne. Potting the red and moving the white, following through, opening up the black and the pink. Black now in its spot has a red into the top middle and a red left of the pink. If that will squeeze through, and it does. Now has a good position. Wimderuta 11 points in front so far in this fourth frame of 7. Moves into the pack after potting the black, and now can just clip this red as black or pink as an option. So good opportunity here for Cheyenne. But just looking firstly to reach the 20 mark and then can build on that, creating a gap. Now, has he made a mistake here in terms of judging that next red, which is just at the bottom of that cluster of reds, and the pink has been respotted in the closest position possible, but it seems to have blocked the red, and it has. Oh, that's interesting. On my screen, the pink was in the middle and it stopped the red from going in, but Cheyenne has still carried on, so he must have saw something different. And he's going at quite a pace here, but that's a bad shot. Depending on where he sees the pink. So does he see the pink where it is? He must do, and he's still potted the green though. So it's like there must be a glitch there. I, as a spectator, look at that pot. What a pot. That long pot, red into the bottom left, and this guy is going to be a force to be reckoned with if he continues. red of the two together there. The option is push the other red close to the top left-hand cushion. And he's cleaning up here. 52 break already in a matter of minutes. And Wim must be slightly frustrated. No player likes to just be sitting around watching the other player just potting anything in sight with ease. Red into the top middle, and there's at least one open red left. $43 points the difference now, 51 on the table. Oh, he's missed that red, so the red he needed to leave Wim needing snookers was not potted. So now Wim has an opportunity, but he must make something out of it. He can't afford really to make any mistakes now. So red into the bottom middle has the pink, but he must pot it at least. And he can screw back here. Oh, but will the pink stop him getting through to that? If that's the case, he might have to send that white behind the bulk area and just think about his tactics and play the safety exchange. But the red did go through, so he's got the black here. He'll be looking to make a snooker on the remaining red, or at least play it safe. So he's still in the match, Wim, and he's got to take advantage of these opportunities. And his strategy now should be not to leave Cheyenne on with anything. So it's a safety exchange here. If you can get a good safety shot. And he sends that red up towards the bulk area. And that's a decent shot. He's got it most of the ball behind the yellow. So 28 points the difference, 35 on the table. And Cheyenne gets out of that snooker off the right-hand cushion and sends the red down towards the black. But Wim can see it, so Wim, you could say, has controls at the moment. When you wanted to get a bit more pace on that white, but it's a good cue ball, tight on the left-hand cushion. So limits Cheyenne's ability to control the white, but they'll be looking here to get that white safe or try and get some kind of snooker or some way to force his opponent into a mistake. Wow, was that a... Well, he said sorry, so it must have been a mistake, which in a way is quite reassuring. You don't want players to be able to pop balls like that. And Wim just asking there because it'd be quite demoralizing if Cheyenne did attempt that pot. Yellow into the top right. And that's it, barring any fouls. And that's the frame. So Shane takes the 3-1 lead with just one frame needed, and Wim needing all frames now to have any chance, well, to win the match, of course, but cannot afford to lose any more. And the way Shane's going with this fluid play, very hard to see another winner than Shane Deldo and win his first title in his first tournament. So Shane Deldo, a definite force that has arrived. And there we go, confirmation there. The frame goes to Shane Deldo, 3-1. Shane Deldo breaks off in frame 5, yes, of 7, 3 frames left to play. First to 4. Shane just needing one more. We're needing them all. And 63 break in that last frame by Shane. Very impressive. And Wim maybe losing concentration now. Letting in Shane Deldo again. Blue into the bottom right. Just checking if that red will go in after this black. So presumably looking to screw this back. Screw the white back after this black. If it's straight enough, it should miss that red to the right of it. No, it isn't. He's clipped it, so end of break. Sends the white up towards the top right hand corner pocket, bulk area. Chance here for Wim. Just a follow through off this red and gets the pot. Good shot. Now what can he do here? Wants to just get as many points as possible and create a lead if you can. Now, has he got this red near the pink? Left of the pink, will that go? Well, he's not looking at it, so perhaps not. Has the red here was open, but left himself a difficult colour if he wants to continue this break. Looking probably to go for the green here. Good shot on the green, but nothing came of it. And in trying to play safe, he's opened a red. And now Shane has the table with a good chance. And you just know that Wim will be grinding his teeth and be extremely frustrated at this situation, knowing that any mistake he makes, Shane Deldor can take advantage and significantly undermine Wim's chances in any particular frame. And now Wim just has to watch and just hope that Shane makes some kind of mistake as he takes control of this frame, or as he uses the control he has in the frame. Well, he's going for the pink here. Will it be a double? No, he's gone back to the black. So nothing obvious on here. So he might have to make something happen. Now, will that red go through? Past that, he's looking at both reds. Might be a tight squeeze. He's got that. So he's got that other red to play with. Looks at the pink again, but it's not available. Not directly into the bottom middle. So he's going to have to try and place the white somewhere near that pack. And that's a lovely shot. Knows all the right shots here, Shane Deldar. Knows how to get around the table. 25 break already. 27 difference in points here now. Tried to make something happen there, or maybe overhit it. Had the red, the lowest level of that pack into the top left, but just overhit it. And Wim commenting that I think we found a new Jasper, and I can't disagree with him. Jasper Koosman, of course, dominated last season. 2 times world champion. Has not played much this season. And that tends to happen. We have players, first it was Erman Eriken, then it was Jasper Koosman, where they kind of play over a season and virtually win anything they play in. And it's understandable, you could say, that they kind of feel there's nothing to play for, and possibly they feel a little guilty that they're winning everything, and in a sense that's down to other players to try and master and challenge those good players. And perhaps Shane Deldar, it's a shame that Eriken didn't stay in the tour and Jasper, but you could understand it on both sides. It's whether you're Jasper or Eriken or the opponent, but it would have been interesting to see a few tournaments with both players in. Nikos Geralt as well was a very good player, but I think more for personal schedule, he's not able to play as many tournaments. Wim's back on the table now, 28 points to Shane's 46 as he tries to play safe here. So 18 points the difference. 67 on the table. Wim de Ruyter just needs to concentrate on the match at hand and try and put aside his opponent's abilities and just do what he can and try and frustrate Shane possibly, but he's not going to frustrate him with a shot like that. Well, he's just gone for that very difficult red and let Shane in, and that's the opposite of what one needs to do in order to at least have some chance against the big players. And can Cheyenne finish this match off now? Green's the bottom right. $22 points the difference. 23 points the difference now. And after this next colour, there'll be 51 on the table. Blue into the bottom right. Red into the top left as Cheyenne Deldor possibly beginning or in the process of completing his win and his first title in OSC. 29 the difference. 43 on the table. 35 difference now. 43 in the table. So this red needed, and Wim de Ruyter needs snookers. Now can he keep position on this red? This black and a red to win the match and the title. Now, has he snooked himself? Possibly. So two snookers needed, but in effect 3 snookers needed for Wim. Now, what will Wim do here? Will he try and get snookers, or has he lost the will to live, so to speak, which can happen? And he's sending that red over the pocket, but has he got a good white? Looks like he has. Apologies for my throat. Chardell's looking to get through that gap. Perhaps he can see the red. Wasn't able to pot it though. Now Wim has a good angle here to pot the red and the black, and he can concentrate on snookers and the colours. Will he choose to do that? He is. So obviously he doesn't want to snooker himself behind that blue in potting and going for the yellow, but he needs an angle here in the yellow where he can put a snooker or attempt to snooker, a good safety shot. Must be careful on these middles. Okay, so that part of what he needs to do is done now. He needs to try and send that yellow off 2 cushions towards the black and leave that white in the bulk area. Now, it looks as though he has got a snooker here. Maybe Shane can clip it. Don't think he can see full ball. He's put a bit of left-hand side on it to try and counteract Wim, and it's turned out quite nicely. And Wim will be tearing his hair out, I'm sure. Manages to get out of that yellow, and that's sending the yellow back down towards the brown. but it doesn't get a full snooker. But it's still in the game just by his fingernails, Wim. Cheyenne, sorry. Sending the yellow in a different direction from the white, and don't think he's got a snooker as Wim pots the yellow. Now needs to get a good shot here. Send that green past the pink. Oh, but the white's gone towards the bottom cushion. I thought he would try and just keep it slightly central. While he's got a good white, the green is close to the pocket. Cheyenne wasn't able to pot it, so try and get a thin cut here, Wim. Send that white down, but it's not got what he wanted. It's not behind any of the colours. It's just offering the green to Cheyenne. And this is frame ball possibly for the title. No, wasn't able to finish it off. Another chance for Wim, and it's as though he's lost it. Another chance for Cheyenne. And there we go, barring any fouls, the title goes to Cheyenne Deldar. Just touches the brown, and 4-1 is the final score. Cheyenne Deldar wins the Welsh Open 2020 OSC in his first tournament. And 4-1 the score, of course. Wim de Ruyter, a gallant runner-up, as they just shake hands and go through the motions as we get ready for the presentation, which will happen shortly. And now we're ready for the national anthem and the confirmation of the result in the podiums. As you can see there at the bottom, the result of the Welsh Open 2020, Shane Deldar winning 4-1 against Wim de Ruyter. And now we get ready for the national anthem and the podium results. So congratulations to Shane Deldar on winning the Welsh Open. 146 points goes to his tally in the tables. Wim de Ruyter second with 70 points. Papadakis and Tim go with 35 points in the semi-final. And we can just have a quick look at the D Series first. D Series with one tournament left to go. Let's have a quick gander at that. So there we have the table. Papadakis Mixel is in the lead with 182 points after 3 tournaments, coming second and third. Has a 2.33 average. Ken Hopper, who I'm happy to say is recovering well, and possibly in the next month or so might be able to join back on the tour. He's in second with 149, and Shane Deldar goes straight in there with that win in third place with 146. So the top 6 will qualify for the D Series Players Championship, and the remaining 2 places will be fought out in qualifying rounds with the rest of the players. Mike Mora is still in there, although he hasn't played in the last 2 D Series championships. And the runner-up of tonight, Wim, has 79 points, and the players below him are in the 60s, 50s, and 40s. So still opportunity in the China Open, which starts in probably 3 weeks, I think it is. 25th of February, sorry. So in 2 weeks' time, that will determine who the 8 players will be. Obviously, it'll be the highest 8 players who enter. Possibly some of those players might not enter, but there you go. So that is the D Series table. Let's just have a look at the Tour Championship, which is all the ranking events. It's just running a bit slow at the moment. Just waiting for it to change. But you can see on the right, Tim Porter is in the lead. Let's just have a look at this here. My computer is slightly slow, so I don't know if you can hear me at the moment, but let's try that again. Well, in terms of the ranking tournaments for this season only, Tim Porter is leading that, 392. Wim de Ruyter is second, 385. Papadakis in third with 351. And Sheehan has entered in 8th position, already taken over a few regular players. So it just shows you winning the title obviously gets you those maximum points. Again, this will be for the Tour Championship. Excuse me. The Tour Championship at the end of the season after the World Championship, kind of like in tennis. In tennis, you have the tour end finals, and that will determine the top 8, the top 6 of this table, and then there'll be a qualifier for the remaining 2 places. But with that Welsh Open is the latest event finished. That's the look of the table there. And let's just go to, let's see what else we have. Let me just see the world rankings. The world rankings, of course, is the last 12 months of ranking events. Okay, so I just need to add the Welsh Open. And today is the 11th, so I'll take away the German Masters. This table is designed to try and determine who the best player in OSC is, and it's based on the last 12 months of ranking tournaments. And the Welsh Open has been added, and the German Masters has been taken off. And Jasper Koosman remains number 1 seed. Mohamed Farsi is number 2 seed, who's 759. and Papadakis Mixel is now number 3 seed, and that's well done to him for his hard work. Been playing well recently. Wim de Ruyter is now seed number 4, Mike Mora 5, Jamie Anderson 6, Tim Porter's number 7 seed. Mushtaq Hamid has not played recently since the World Championship, in fact. Well, actually, no, he played the UK Championship, but didn't really do anything in that. He's gone down to 8. Ken Hopper is 9. Obviously, he's not played in the last few tournaments due to ill health, but should be back soon. Lockett down to 10th from 7. Rafael Reagan with health issues, unable to play at the moment. Chris Stedman hasn't entered in recently for his own reasons unknown. Ronnie Temple, who's still battling them, had a good Gibraltar Open yesterday, doing well in that. He's at number 13 still. That was his position at the beginning of the season. And Cheyenne Deldar in position 14. That's his arrival on the table, the seeding table, and no doubt if he continues to play like he has done, then he should move up the table pretty quickly. So that's basically it for this broadcast. Thank you for watching. The headline, of course, is that Cheyenne Deldar wins the Welsh Open against Wim de Ruyter, 4 frames to 1. Thank you for watching and keep practicing.